If these 5 industries don't do GEO, AI will recommend your customers to your rivals. Actually, not all industries need GEO right away, but for 5 specific ones, I suggest bosses don't take things for granted, because their customers will definitely do research before buying. They used to search on Baidu, look on Xiaohongshu, check on Douyin, or even ask their friends. Now, many will directly ask AI, how should I choose for my situation? Which company is more reliable? Is this price worth it? These 5 types of businesses are, first, medical aesthetics. Aesthetics customers won't just ask which clinic is good. They'll ask how to avoid pitfalls for first-time double eyelid surgery, how to choose between Thermage and Ultherapy, and which Shanghai clinic fits a natural look. If AI keeps recommending others for these questions, then you won't even have a chance to make it onto the shortlist. Second, AI products, SaaS, and internet service companies. A boss wanting AI customer service will ask how to choose a system and whether in-house development or buying ready-made SaaS is better. These aren't brand keywords, but they determine who the customer will ultimately consult. The third type is B2B enterprises. B2B customers decide slowly and love research. They'll ask how to choose equipment, the difference between domestic and imported, and what qualifications a supplier needs. If your website, cases, specs, and solutions aren't understood by AI, you're already out when the customer does their homework. The fourth type is companies going global. It's even clearer for global expansion. Customers might ask ChatGPT or Gemini in English, which payment provider should I use for the Southeast Asian market? How do I choose a website building and ad team for a US independent site? At this point, SEO only solves part of the entry problem, but how customers judge, compare, and who they trust is largely left to AI. The fifth type is high-ticket local services, such as renovation, dental, postpartum centers, housekeeping, studying abroad, and auto services. These customers fear pitfalls. They'll ask how to avoid renovation scams, how to tell if a dentist is reliable, and what to look for in a postpartum center. You see, these aren't brand keywords, but they are the ones that truly impact the final sale. So, bosses shouldn't just ask if AI mentioned them. You should ask whether AI recommended us when the customer was making a choice. GEO isn't about blasting press releases. It's about turning the criteria, risks, cases, and service boundaries customers care about into content I can understand and cite. In these 5 industries, whoever clarifies these issues first is more likely to be recommended first. Before a customer even contacts your company, the battle may have already begun.